Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I got physical proof that they are actually creating transgender men and transgender women by specific people, which is a very horrible thing. Yeah, I bring the news that you don't want to hear, but you know it might happen, and now you got facts. Okay? So like, share, hit the bell notifications, subscribe, and look at this video.
9-year-old Kieran Clausen collects crystals. She dabbles in face paint and she loves sports.
What do you play?
I did play volleyball, soccer, and I want to play basketball.
To Kieran, who's transgender, it's not about racking up victories.
I don't want to win any trophies for it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning.
What's it about?
Having fun with your friends for it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning.
Kieran seems undeterred with a message now about her journey.
Never stop being you. That's it.
Never stop being you.
There's so many kids that don't even have the opportunity to express who they really are. We are acknowledging more people as who they are than taking something away from somebody else.
Did you see her mouth? Did you see that? It's like she trained her to know what she has to say to be comfortable, or rather not get cancelled or seem that, hey, this dysphoria is the real thing. You don't even have to go that far. You just have to like something that you don't agree with on your body because that's gender norm that's out there, and you're like, oh my god, I don't want to compete. On social media gives giving me depression. I see kids with things that I cannot have. But everybody has taught me that everything is negotiable. That's the problem. Compared to back in the day, not everything was negotiable. Life is hard. Grow up. That was the motto for most people. Now it's like, well, you can be whatever you want, and everybody has to help you feel safe. I'm like, why? The fact that she's like,
For it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning.
like, why would you teach your kids that? Why? It's disgusting, man. It can't be only me. It can't be only me. And if it's only me and you're gonna say it's anecdotal, not everybody is on the internet. Most moms don't even have time. They might play a bejeweled gem game or whatever once in a while on their phone, but they're busy. You don't have time for games when you're a parent because you realize how worthless it is. You like to spend time with your family, but now you have people that spend time with your kid. Teach them this, and we need to abide around them. Even if I don't teach my kids this, my kid, when he plays with your daughter, he has to change the way he perceives it. If my son tells her, you have a pee-pee, you're a boy, you're gonna tell him he's wrong? Come on, people. Am I the only one? And what is then the next step? Bam! Is this normal? Is this how you want your kids to be proud of? This. Look at this. And then you have people saying, well, you can always put your breast back. Why? They don't have any feeling. Most people that take puberty blockers and all this stuff, they don't have feelings down there. They can't have orgasm. It's gone. You're doing it for love, right? Because everybody says sex is love. Now you can even enjoy the sex. What your partner is gonna think about you. People become trans men and then get treated like a man. It's hard out here. I can't find it. Everybody, it's like going to an interview.
Since becoming a man is that dating is infinitely more difficult as a man. It is infinitely more dangerous as a woman, but it is infinitely more difficult as a man.
That's right.
And that's for two reasons. The first is that no one wants you, and that's a problem when women date who they want and men date who they can't. That's entirely true, by the way. No one wants you, no one pursues you, no one, it's bleak and desolate out here. And the second reason is that even if someone does want you, even if, you have prospects and opportunities, you're responsible for every step along the way, the planning, the interactions, even in spaces where gender roles aren't conventional and it's not a heteronormative space.
I think that's enough for today. Not only do you create them, You destroy them. They can never go freaking back. And they realize the battle to find love is even harder. I even saw once a post, I can't find it anymore, but the person transitioned and he disconnected from everybody, the family that didn't approve whatever they were doing, right? So he thought, I'm gonna be alone. They hate me. No, they don't like what you did, but you can still eat at the table. But you want everybody to perfectly like you and shut up. So you disconnected them. You disappear, go with your LGBT friends, bidi bim bada boom, and suddenly you have the dysphoria and you feel like, I don't really feel happy now that I did the change. I thought this would really make me happy. Anecdotal, some words, cool, good for you. I appreciate that. But then he thought, you know what, I want to go back. But everybody that he knows thought later with time he was a real woman, right? So when he wanted to transition back, everybody's like, oh man, this woman wants to transition to be a trans man. And the man that now is a trans woman is like, wow. I'm not a woman. I was a man before. Now I am a woman, but I want to go back to be a man back. Yeah, so you're a trans man. No, I'm not a trans man. So he was getting frustrated that nobody would understand him. Like, it's so confusing. Do you have any idea what you have done to yourself? No. Most people have no idea. The mental gymnastics that you have to do to stay sane, and you blame other people for your current status, social status and whatever. Come on, man. Remember, I'm not telling you to transition. I'm not saying that. But there is a reason why certain places are pushing this, because it's a way to make money. And once you start and they start giving you free therapy so you can enjoy what you're doing, something weird happens. Because when you're like, I want to wait before I cut it off, they're like, wow, we can't wait so long. We're going to remove the therapy. What is a person that gets therapy finally feel at peace, right? It's going to do when you just went, oh, well, we're not going to help you anymore because you're taking some time. Bye. Look.
And that means that having sex of any kind is very difficult. For me, the main thing was the urethral issues, like not being able to pee. After surgery, I had a catheter in, and when they took it out, my urethra was completely constricted. So if you imagine a straw that's bent and you're trying to suck through that straw, you can't, because it's like constricted. I was in the worst agony for months. I had a few follow-up surgeries to try and get that fixed. And now I'm in this rigmarole now of every 3 or 4 years, I need to get another urethral dilation. I can't have sex. Don't have a sex drive. I didn't see really anyone talking about it. And even trans people do the whole, yeah, I've got no numbness, but it's better than what I had. And it's just like, it's not. This isn't better. You deserve much better than that. I know the question was, if it went all well, would I be happy? I don't think so. I think this helped me wake up sooner than later. But I don't think I should have had it anyway. I think I actually enjoyed having what I had. Really shouldn't have happened, full stop. I didn't want it, but they kept asking. And I was also getting therapy at the time. And they said, if you don't want surgery, we'll have to discharge you. And I was like in the middle of therapy with them. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, okay, then fine. And I went to see my therapist. And then I can't remember exactly what we talked about in that therapy session, but it ended up me ringing the psychiatrist to get us referred. So it was like, there was always that your doubts are managed no matter what. And they will kind of keep you on the path sort of thing. And then after surgery, when it was going horrible.
Did you have partial gender dysphoria then? Is that what it is? Like you had
gender dysphoria, and I'm not trans. I was trans.
It just happens that this wasn't the right path for you.
No, transition, like it might have been okay for the first few years, but surgery definitely not. And I think for me that transition probably wasn't the answer long term, but short term maybe. And surgery definitely not. It was fucking stupid.
Think your choices. Make the right choice with time, not that quickly. Because trust me, the person that you are when you're 16 is not the same when you're 13. And when you're in your 30s and you realize, oops, what the heck is happening? Oops, when you start to delete yourself, which happens a lot. Whose fault is it? Once you realize you did everything in your power and you can only blame yourself because you realize you cannot do anything about it, because you have people that will love you now, right? LGBTQ approved everywhere, right? It's way more than back in the day. Suicide still, the lesion's still going up. Who's to blame? Who's to blame? I don't know. But definitely not me.